I've always struggled with letting go. I've had a very, I've had a lot of difficulty learning how to let go of friends that no longer wanted to keep in contact, relationships that didn't work out, and also matters that just shouldn't be on my mind anymore. And I think that a lot of us, not just me, I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably also have difficulty trying to or learning how to let go. And I think it's okay. But the problem, the the real cause of this is because we were all once so emotionally attached to something, and letting go becomes this big problem for us because we don't want to no longer, we don't want to feel like we can no longer experience being with people or having to accept the fact that some things are over. But letting go is essentially a part of life. Letting go is accepting that things that have passed can no longer be changed, and that we just have to accept things for what they are. You know, from the moment where we were kids, we were wearing like children's clothes, we were wearing children's shoes, we were playing with toys and all that. And you know, somewhere along the lines, we had to we outgrew them and we had to let them go. And I think it's important to realize that we can never um fully have everything in life to stay with us. And that doesn't just go for like material possessions. It goes for like friends, the people around us, and our family. Like eventually your parents will die, eventually your grandparents will die, eventually your siblings will die. Mm, maybe your spouse will die earlier than you. And when that happens, we can't do anything to change that. All you can do is learn to accept that they'll be gone. And this goes for friends as well, you know. As we grow up, we make more friends. Okay, we make a certain number of friends along our way of growing up, you know. Like in primary school, you make a few friends, and then when you leave for secondary school, you'll you know drift from those primary school friends, and you'll make new friends in secondary school. And after secondary school, you go to some institution or you go to a junior college, you know, you might drift from you're most likely drift from like your old friends because you'll be making new friends. And you can't have every friend that you've made along the way stick with you throughout your entire life because that's just not possible. Let's say like you made like 20 friends in primary school, then you made another 20 friends in secondary school. And then now you're in, let's say, a college or a junior college or high school, and then you make another 20 friends. And you can't keep in contact and be constantly talking and hanging around like all these 60 friends, you know. And you have to learn to accept that some people will leave your life, you know. Hopefully it's not like death. Hopefully it's not because they died. Like hopefully it's just because like um you know they found new friends or something. And I think it's okay to, you know, lose friends, lose people in your life. And when these happen, you know, we have to learn to let them go. We have to let go of those who chose to let go of us. We have to learn that they no longer, you know, value our presence. They no longer want to be around us, to be seen around us, to be associated with us. And it's okay because some people change. Okay, not some people, everyone changes. And you have to just um we just have to let them lose us, you know. Because it's okay for it they have every right to choose to no longer keep in touch with you. They have every right to say that no, I no longer want to be your friend. I no longer want to be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whatever. And it's okay because we all have control of our own lives for the most part of it. We all can make decisions by ourselves. And although sometimes it may seem hard that, you know, some of your close friends drift from you or they want to like no longer stay friends. You can't change that. You can't change their decision because their decision is theirs to make and you have to respect that. Like even though no matter how much you want to continue staying friends with them, they have made their choice to let you go. And now you should be making your choice to let them go too, you know. Let them lose you. They decided that they no longer want to talk to you, hang out with you and all. And it might seem very like it might seem very saddening at the start when you start to question yourself and wonder like why does no one want to be friends with me anymore? Or like why I thought we were close. Why did they suddenly leave my life like that? Why did they suddenly step out my life like that? You know? Were like all those years of friendship just for nothing? Or maybe the context of like a relationship, like a romantic relationship. You know, y'all could have dated for like 4 whole years and it wouldn't have been like an ideal relationship, but y'all was still going pretty strong throughout the 4 years, you know, enduring like enduring and going through all those different arguments. And one day they suddenly say, I think we should break up. I think it's the best possible, you know, decision moving forward. You know, we are no longer compatible for each other. I no longer like you, no longer love you. I no longer see you as the way I used to. And sometimes we'll feel like this is the end of the world. We'll feel lost. We'll feel confused. We'll feel hopeless. We'll feel stuck. We feel like there's nothing that we can do. We feel like we need them to stay in our lives in order to continue living it. But People will never stay the same. The only thing constant in this whole universe is change. Everyone will change, no matter whether you like it or not. You know, your siblings will change, your parents will change, your grandparents will change, your friends will change, your best friends will change, your your romantic partner or your soulmate or your significant other, they'll change. Your teachers will change. Your I don't know if you have students, your students will change. But you will change, and I will change too. And we're all constantly changing. It may seem like every day we don't change, like we don't see us changing in our values, in our beliefs or whatever. Maybe in our physics, our physical physics, our physical capabilities. But we are we are changing every second, every moment of the day. And we may not see it, but over time you can start to see how people change. And you might not notice, but you will also change. You will significantly change as well. And that's okay. I think we just need to realize that we have to accept that some people will leave your life, and it will just be something that everyone has to go through. Acceptance is part of life. You can't move on without accepting that things have happened, without accepting those things that you don't want to accept. A quote that I think about quite a lot is by, like, I'm not sure if it's Dr. Seuss or someone, but it goes like, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. We shouldn't we shouldn't be sad, we shouldn't be upset, we shouldn't be bitter, we shouldn't constantly wonder what if. We shouldn't wonder what how our lives would change if they never left, if they stay in our lives, if they didn't leave, if everything went as perfect as you thought it would. But things will never go 100% the way you want it to. And when that happens, when disasters happen, when things that you wouldn't want to happens, you have to just calm down and accept it. And I think we have to also take a moment to be grateful that such things happen. You know, it it's a blessing to be able to have friends. Having friends is not like an obligation. It's a privilege. Having the ability to connect with someone else who is like-minded, to be close, and to be able to make memories, make shared memories together. I think it's a very wonderful thing. And we have to be grateful that things happen. We have to be grateful that we even managed to experience this friendship with our friends or this relationship with a significant other. And don't treat it as something bad that happened to you. Treat it as something that just happened to you. It happened for you. It's a learning experience. Every experience that you live through, that you get to experience, will bring some meaning to your life. It will add value to your life, and you will never find peace until you finally learn to let go. And I can say that this is very true because I was also once I had like um this small incident where like I lost quite a few friends. Um yeah, and it took about 4 to 5 months trying to let go of these people. And after I finally learned that, I I shouldn't try, I shouldn't keep wondering, keep thinking to myself that they're gonna come back into my life and that we're gonna become friends again when, you most likely wouldn't. So, so why bother? Why waste energy trying to manifest them back into my life when, they move on to greater things. And same goes for me. I've moved on to my own projects. I've made new friends, and yeah, I wouldn't say I've completely found peace, but I like my life the way it is now. I think that it's great that no, actually I think that it's a valuable lesson that life teaches us that, we can't move on to greater things in life until we let go of what we have. Like the hot air balloon. They have like bags carrying bags attached to it so it doesn't fly that high. And only when you let go of those bags, then can you start to go higher. Can you start to ascend to the air? You can't bring everything that you have with you until the end of your life, until the very day you die. Throughout your life, you're gonna lose things. You're gonna lose people. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose family, and it's all right. We should learn to accept that some things are just meant to be. Some things will never play out the way that you want it to be, and we shouldn't keep trying to hold on to them. It's like holding on to a rose. No matter how beautiful it is, no matter how beautiful you think it is, no matter how much you want it, no matter how much you want to cling on to it, you'll get pricked by its thorns. And the longer you hold on to it, the more it'll hurt you. And the more it hurt you, like the longer you hold on to it, the tighter you hold on to it, the more holes you'll have on your hand. And the deeper these holes will form. And what happens is, after you let go, because of how deep these holes are, it'll take longer for you to heal. And we should just try to keep in mind that we will live through many experiences and things will happen and we will lose things. But we'll also gain things. We'll gain friends, we'll gain, your material possessions and everything. So we shouldn't, if people want to walk out of our lives, then let them. Let them lose you and learn to let go of them. Alright, okay. Yeah, that's it.